Ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very interesting. New York Attorney General Letitia James to agree to the lifting of Donald Trump's contempt of court order. This is further confirmation, and this is because the case against Donald Trump in New York, well, one of the major cases is slowly winding down because they have nothing. So they can't demand any more records because they have all the records they need, and they still really can't find a crime or indict Trump on any criminal activity. So this is just a couple of hours ago. Business Insider. New York Attorney General Letitia James says she'll agree to the lifting of a contempt of court order against Donald Trump. The order has cost Trump $110,000 in court-imposed fines for failing to fully comply with her demands for his documents. James promises to pursue lingering concerns over how few business documents Trump has turned over. The problem, however, is that a lot of these cases against Trump were initiated by New York Times investigations. The New York Times never had any of his tax documents and were only motivated by taking down a Republican president, specifically a Trump Trump. So they didn't really, you never see these types of investigative journalism against Hunter or Joe or Hillary or anyone on the Democratic Party side. You never see the New York Times or the Washington Post win a Pulitzer Prize for finding out how Hunter's emails led to Joe or to Hunter or to people around them making hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. You'll never see that type of investigative journalism. So the really interesting thing about President Trump and this lawsuit is that you're not going to really find any criminal behavior. There is no criminal behavior. They're looking for the problem with the New York lawsuits, especially the committee the congressional committee, is that they're looking for criminal behavior. They don't have any criminal behavior. They're actually looking for a reason to indict Trump. And again, I've been saying that they might try to just simply indict him. They might pressure Merrick Garland to simply indict Trump only because they want some way to derail his candidacy in 24, because they have no other way. The economy is in free fall. Foreign policy is a catastrophe. Democrats are going to their political party is going to get obliterated in the House and the Senate. And the next 2 years will be nonstop investigations of Hunter's emails that are clear violations of the law. Like, there are emails with business, with very shady individuals asking, or corporations asking Hunter how he can, quote, use his influence on the company's behalf. Okay? And there's the Washington Examiner, for example, found a recording where Hunter says, his father basically addresses or focuses on anything important to Hunter. So you could put the two together. If Hunter has the ability to influence Joe, and people are emailing Hunter, hey, how can you use your influence on the company's behalf? And, for example, there's an email saying that he gives 10% of his income to the current president. Okay? These are issues. These are big problems that have to be investigated. You can't have the son of the president making money from countries, multinational organizations, or businesses. You can't have Democrats utilizing their family name, which to other people around the world means an open window or open door into the United States government. You can't have that. That didn't happen with Trump. They never found emails showing that Kushner or Eric Trump or Donald Trump Jr. were using their family name and access to the United States government to compel or to incentivize, corporations or wealthy individuals throughout the world to give them money. Okay, you saw that with the foundation, like Uranium One as an example. All of the controversies pertaining to money flowing into the foundation and beneficial treatment taking place. Okay, there's a reason that the Uranium One sale wasn't vetoed by President Obama. There's a reason why Joe actually met with Hunter's business associates. And Hunter met with his business associates in like 19 different buildings, including the White House. There's a reason why this happens. Like, people give money to Hunter or to Bill and Hillary's foundation for a reason. Democrats, even when they defend their political side, never explain what the reason is. They never say, oh, well, here's the reason people give money. Nobody, like, if Trump had that flow of money, they would say, well, here's a clear link between Donald Trump and money he's being given. They never make that obvious correlation when it comes to their own political side. But hit subscribe to this channel, hit subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel and the Bitcoin Crash to 10,000 or lower. I will have a segment on both of those channels right after this. It's very interesting. The Manhattan-based Trump Organization has submitted some 900,000 documents totaling 6 million pages in compliance with Letitia James and her demands. But only 10 of those documents, about 500 pages, were so-called Trump custodial documents bearing his directives or approvals, the Attorney General has complained. They haven't really accused him of a specific crime. So they're trying to investigate him based on the belief that he committed a crime. They just don't know what the crime is. We are prepared to agree to the order being lifted because it's not apparent what else, if anything, Trump and his counsel can be ordered to do right now that would shed any additional light on the retention or destruction of Trump's documents. So it's like, okay, well, what are they looking for? His attorney, Alina Habba, has repeatedly insisted that her client and his business have no more documents to turn over and that a continuance of the contempt order, which carried the fine of hundreds of thousands of dollars, was unfair. The AG is probing what her office called a pattern of Trump inflating or deflating the values of his property. Listen to how absurd this is. In order to pocket hundreds of millions of dollars in tax breaks, it's like the city attorneys or the prosecutors in New York City don't understand real estate as well as Trump does. This is the truth. This is not like hyperbole. So you're talking about the most expensive real estate, along with Tokyo and a couple of other cities on the planet. You're talking about a family business where he made his money initially in real estate. The man understands real estate. He also, not only does he understand real estate and real estate values in the most expensive city in the world, but so does Deutsche Bank and all the other banks that loaned him money for building projects, for hotels, for apartment buildings. It's not like he's deceiving all of these impressionable banks. And, it's not like they're going after him, listen to this, for inflating his net worth. They're trying desperately to find some way. Like, did he steal money? Did he embezzle money? Was there some kind of racket? No. They're going after him for saying that he's wealthier than he truly is, or that his holdings or properties are more expensive or valuable than they truly are. The problem, however, what makes this so absurd is that they don't have a specific crime that's linked to anything that he's actually done. They're trying to say that New York real estate, or that real estate in New York, the most expensive city, one of them, if not the most expensive city on the planet, one of the top 3 or 4 most expensive cities on the planet, was overvalued or inflated. So now they're saying inflating or deflating the values of his properties. Like, this is hilarious. They are so desperate to find something. And on the state level, actually the state level is the only way that they could really like, in my mind, really get him. It's interesting, and they still can't get him. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to all 3 channels. Thank you so very much.